what kind of career are you looking for? What kind of college do you want to go to? What is your purpose in life?
What they're good at.
Yeah, what they're good at.
All right, welcome to today's episode. I'm truly honored to sit down with a couple incredible people here today. They have global impact through education, innovation, and what I love to say is purpose-driven philanthropy. Not just through what was given to you, but what you guys have carried on to this point. But I want to introduce to you Stacy Steele. She's the director of the Steele Family Foundation. Not only one of the visionaries behind the foundation, but also this driving force behind the WISE program. We're going to talk all about that and find out what it is. But it is a groundbreaking, it's a data-powered platform helping identify and empower what they call stranded superstars around the world. How many of you guys like that? Doing something that's helping stranded superstars and actually not talking about it, but doing it and changing the world. We also want to welcome Ryan here. That leads corporate development for the foundation, plays a key role in expanding the foundation's reach and partnerships. So thank you both for being here today. This is exciting. And I was able to be at a couple of events with you and Michael, and to see what you guys did. I was so, from the first time, I just told you, it was one of the, I guess it was one of the events, first time for me, where you guys dedicated a clock and really was an event where you bring people together. And I was waiting for, I thought they were going to ask for money. And I remember Andre told me about being there. He invited me, and Jimmy Walker was there, and they were like, oh no, it's not about that. You're just going to get here and learn. And so Stacy, thank you for being here.
Yeah, no, thank you for having both of us.
Yeah.
And it's exciting. And thank you for mentioning you enjoyed that. And it's just such a privilege to have like-minded people in one room supporting, giving back and supporting our youth with education and many other aspects of what we do with our youth.
Yeah.
So that's what it's about.
So one of the things I love about Steele Family Foundation is a family foundation. Now, we have families that grow, and here's my belief. Everything we have, when God put us here, everything we have, we're meant to grow it. Mm-hmm. So our lives, our intelligence, our money, our family's relation, all that's meant to grow. And what you guys took, tell me a little bit about how the foundation started.
Years ago, on behalf of Michael's parents, his dad was a British Marine who happened to meet Mother Teresa in India. Thomas Steele was injured in India with his troop, and he was very fortunate that he was brought back to health by Mother Teresa, was able to sit with her, meet her. So with all that, he said, well, what can I do to help you? Because, all said and done, he was able to bring his troops, everybody back home. And so she just said, educate my people. Education's a key to poverty, to so many things. So that's on behalf of Michael's parents. They wanted a foundation to help educate and help people. So that's what we started. We started our Steele Family Foundation on behalf of Thomas and Agnes Steele.
And from what I understand, too, it started with even just hospice and helping the hurting, and then it's grown from there. And I know you have 3 pillars of the foundation. And this is what I'm talking about with growth. And this is what you need to hear too. Where they started, you've heard me say this before, it's not about where you start. It's about what you do from the start you have. It doesn't matter, but it does matter where you're going. It does matter what you decide to do with your life. And it's a great example because people could look at the snapshot now. Guys, we're talking about multiple countries, thousands and thousands of people, platforms that are going to transform hundreds of thousands, maybe even touching millions eventually. I mean, this is a big deal, but it didn't start like that. Everything big starts small, and it starts with the sense of mission. Every successful person I've ever met in any industry, even the most successful stay-at-home mom.
Yes.
Do you know what they all have in common? They have a sense of mission. They just have a sense of purpose. And so I just want to encourage anybody watching this, this is what I talk about this a lot, but getting started matters. And so anyway, they got started. You took what was there, and you guys have grown it, and your passion to grow it. Tell me about how, what these 3 pillars are and how that kind of works.
So grassroots is one of the big pillars, for sure. But just supporting any education base, giving back, helping the less fortunate. We started building schools around the world. One of our first schools is in India. So we've started that big project years ago, and it's up and running. Yeah, what else?
Yeah, so the 3 pillars are grassroots, homeless and hospice care, and education. And what we're, those are 3 amazing pillars, and Steele's have done incredible work giving back here in the United States and internationally. And what we really focus on right now is that education pillar. And a lot of that is through our WISE scholarship program, enabling and removing barriers for under-resourced but high-potential youth here and abroad. And it's really an incredible program that it, infuses accountability into, right, that earn to learn, earning a scholarship, but also removes so many barriers that exist for the impoverished to gain an education and unlock a world. Yeah.
Right. And here's what's cool about it. And we're going to talk about, I think it's the largest earned scholarship program in the world, probably, right? It could be. I mean, we don't know everybody in the world, but as far as I know,
Yeah.
I've been a lot of, I've never heard of anything this big, or even the potential as it continues to grow.
Right.
And what you guys are fulfilling with the obligations you have. But what was it that, so tell me about the catalyst. Obviously, you had the foundation, but you also have a business. So tell me about that, because there's a lot of entrepreneurs watching this. And I talk a lot about this, hey, leaving your print. You have to have something to do something with. You can have the best heart. I remember growing up at my dad's church when he first started, they just had just a handful of people. And so I remember somebody coming from Guatemala, and we were raising money to build a building. And it was great. It was they were good people. This was going to help kids and orphans and get food and all this stuff. And I remember sitting there, and then we collected money, and it's a small group, and not a lot of people had money. And it was collected $3,000 or something, which was a big deal, right? Remember I said everything big starts small. But I remember thinking the heart was there, but they didn't have the resources. And for people that, I feel like everybody has a design, right? And I don't want to ever put a lid on myself. I shouldn't put lids on myself or allow other people to put lids. I should live to whatever that fullest potential. And it matters, not just for me, what I can enjoy, but what I'm destined, what I'm supposed to impact with what I have. And I can't do that without resources, and I can't do that without a platform. So talk to me a little bit about, on the business side, that kind of help, build this platform to help even get some of these things launched. How did that work on the business side of things?
Well, there's been many businesses, and that's Michael's specialty for sure. He has ran over, probably 20 different businesses throughout his life, and still runs many to this day. Mental wellness is huge. One of our businesses where we help EMS, first responders, firefighters, veterans, police, so on. So people's mental wellness is a huge side of what we also help. But that's one of our businesses. So leading into that also leads into what we're doing with our WISE scholarship, and helping, the families and the participants get through day-to-day, whatever it may be.
Traumas or things that happen. Yeah.
Home life, whatever.
Yeah.
So that's really one of our big businesses. So there's been many, but that's just work as, to us, it's not work. We don't think of it so much, but it's all about what we can do to help people.
Yeah. And what's interesting is it's not even, here's what I want you guys to think about if you're watching this today. It's not even just, I have a talent and I use it. And yes, I should be building it and I should be generating revenue and growing. But there's a bigger why on your lives. There's a bigger why on why I'm here. And that is a hard thing to discover. We talk about this every 7 to 10 years, there's a shift. But there is a reason to think through things, and there's a reason to live intentionally. There's a reason to say, even in hard times and even things that we don't understand, that happens to everybody. Not every business wins. Sometimes they lose, sometimes partnerships. Even in doing good, sometimes things don't work out. Yeah. But when you have a why, when you have a reason, when man, there's a reason for me, and going through all this hell is worth it. So if you're going through hell, here's what we do. We go through as fast as possible. Don't stop. Don't take stock. Don't think. We just keep going through it. The faster I can get through it, the faster I'm getting to what I'm meant to do next.
Yeah.
And So you guys, I want to talk about that WISE program a little bit. Now, just picture, nobody knows anything about this, Ryan or Stacy. Tell me a little bit about what that means. How are they earning? So what's cool about this is a very unique program. It's not just giving out money to people to do stuff. There's a great book called When Helping Hurts. Every mission that I've ever done, or when we do these outreach stuff in other countries, try to encourage people to read that book, because it kind of outlines the bad side of a good heart, of just giving, because that's not always the answer. We are giving, but it's giving responsibly. And I love the way you guys have this set up. I mean, it's brilliant. So tell us a little bit about that, like that step by step. You're going into a program. What happens?
Yeah, so the WISE Scholarship Program is really Stacy's brainchild, and it is a brilliant, brilliant program that works across multiple partnerships across the world. And in short, we help students through high school. So this starts when they're 14, 15 years old in the 9th grade, or the equivalent thereof in other countries. And they enter the program by submitting an essay. They work with an on-the-ground administrator, a scholarship administrator, who kind of helps them through that process. They're at one of our partner foundations, and then they earn points, and it's up to 100 points. And again, there are 3 pillars. And so there's academics, which is essentially, their schoolwork.
So that's just GPA. Like they do well, they're earning points. So that's the motivation. Like, I want to do well because I'm earning points, like credits.
Exactly.
Towards my scholarship at the next step. Right?
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. So we're kind of putting that incentive a huge incentive at the end. The second pillar is extracurricular activities. So we know every student is unique, and every WISE participant has different passions. And so we encourage those, and we want them to explore them, whether it's theater or sports or community service or church work, right? The door is open to them. And then that third and final pillar, we call it the social non-formal pillar. And this is really where they get involved in the community and involved in our partnership foundation. So whether that's, at a sobriety home and learning life skills and spiritual empowerment for adult learners, or on the other side of things with youth, the Boys and Girls Club, they've got their Keystone Club, which is really those high performing, almost student government at the Boys and Girls Club. And so we say, hey, you're doing fantastic here, continue doing that work, and we're going to give you points for that too. And then those points, in the end, they equal out to a full ride scholarship, up to a full ride scholarship. So they're earning those points that equal out to scholarship dollars.
Wow. So what ages do kids, this is elementary, junior high, or what ages, high school?
It's high school, right? Yes, you're right. So, that 14 to 18 roughly, the grade 9 to grade 12.
Yep.
So what would be your dream goal to get that somebody jumps in that? What does that student look like? And what are they getting at the end of that 4 year? Like, what are you hoping for?
Well, we know that education unlocks so much for individuals. And so we hope that through the program, we also do psychometric assessments and give them mentorship and job shadowing opportunities.
You just said that really quick, Ryan.
Yeah.
What is psychometric assessment? What does that mean?
Yeah, psychometric assessments, it's a way that... it's a tool, kind of like Myers-Briggs, right? Those personality tests. But this is, a step above that, where we learn about the students throughout those 4 years. What motivates them? How do they learn? What kinds of careers and passions do they have at a granular level, so that we can help them explore and learn what kind of career are you looking for? What kind of college do you want to go to? What is your purpose in life?
What they're good at.
Yeah, what they're good at.
That is, oh God, that's powerful. Because most people don't know.
They don't know.
Right.
They don't know. And very few people, and again, I mean, think about the average person in their 20s. I don't know the statistic, but they're going to change jobs, they're going to change careers. And some of that's not good, but it's like, why waste time? Right. And there's something, everybody's a 10 at something. I firmly believe it. Everybody is a 10 at something. And so if we can help discover and unpack that, like for me, I'm working on that idea of finding your print for this stage of your life. So I might be dealing with older people, but I love it because when you I was at an event last night. We had a 14-year-old girl get up and share and do some stuff. And she's been so passionate about doing this. Now she's 14.
Wow.
She's on stage in front of 400 or maybe 300 people. But and the point was, she got up and she just flowed. She had 3 minutes, boom, crushed it. And she came off, I said, what's beautiful about, I was talking to her parents, I said, what's beautiful about this? It's like she just loved it. When people are doing something they love, you can tell.
100%.
You know, I know people can tell when I'm doing something I don't like. like chores. My mom would know, you know, eating vegetables. There's several things I don't care for.
Yeah.
Sleeping outside. You know, there's a lot of things I don't care for. But the truth is, it's finding that's hard. And not only that, it's at such a pivotal time in young people's lives. I mean, there's a lot of pressures in the world we live in today to be something. Right? And then to seem like something. These are like conflicting. You want to be something and you should, that's good. But to seem like something is actually fighting against. And all of us deal with it. All of us have insecurities. All of us are going through and questioning certain things in our life. But at that age, they don't have the maturity level to kind of filter through. So I love that assessment. Is that driven through technology? Is that kind of how that, is that through your... Tell me about that, because you guys already have this like monster system on the back end.
Yes, all through technology. We have an incredible tech team that helped us build our WISE platform. So the kids live inside the platform, the WISE platform for life, through alumni, through they can use all the different mentorship, trainings, corporate sponsorships, our Wheel of Wellness that's inside our platform under our Heal. There's just so much in our platform they'll have access to for life, for them and their families.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's a live platform that they just live inside.
Just resourced. Yeah. Well, and you build a community.
Exactly. Right? They'll be able to connect with other WISE participants around the world.
Wow. Yeah, nobody's meant to live in a silo.
No.
Right? And it's hard, and some people choose to do that, but that's on them. But the best part of life, and actually the hardest part of life, I found, is other people. When I think about the best things in life, I've been at the end, at death's door with people as they're passing, and I don't remember a time where it wasn't this, but if they know they're dying, what they're talking about is people, what they're going to miss. I just had a good friend. I'm in my 50s, he's in his 50s, passed away, had 2 kids. And all of his stuff, he shot a video before he passed, he had cancer, and it was just at the end, it was in hospice over at Mayo. All he cared about was spending time with his kid. Like, it was people. Right. And it's always been people, it will always be people. And when you can find a great tribe and build a great community, they don't happen by accident. Sometimes it can, but... You know, building community is what is building strength. And really what you're doing is building this great net. Yeah. Right? You're building this incredible net that not only is helping people, capturing people, but you're helping them fulfill it and then linking. Because maturity, I think maturity, and if you have any thoughts on this, you know, as we all grow, we're not all teenagers and 20-year-olds, we're all young. But, you know, you go from a point to where you're trying to build something and learn something. But part of maturity and part of that sign of maturity is when all of a sudden I've gone from achievement to some level of success, some level of purpose, some level of why. And now, not only am I benefiting from it, like I built something that's good, but now I'm giving back and investing in somebody else. It's really one of the signs of maturity. Yeah. Even for things people that can't do anything for me.
Yeah. No, 100% building the community is key. Our WISE community with our students, our WISE participants. And I can see them all connecting and just loving that aspect, knowing that they belong to something.
Yes.
And being a part of something. And especially for younger people, that's very important.
Yes. Yeah.
All of us, but.
Yeah. So at the end of 4 years, say a student goes through 4 years and and I love this thing, because if you think about myself, my development, and I'm not the model for everything because I'm messed up, but I'm a good guy. Here's the deal. If it wasn't for, I mentioned about going on a mission trip, doing some of I would say these social things and these things outside to help people, they all help paint a picture for me, and they all help develop me, that it's not just the academic piece, but you're developing, I don't know if you guys said it this way, but you're developing these responsible global citizens.
Well-rounded.
You know, and so well-rounded global citizens. So that's powerful, because everybody has a chance to become that. But it doesn't happen by accident. You guys are creating this pathway for it to happen. So if they're getting scores in these 3 areas and they're doing well, and so they could actually get a scholarship to go to college.
Correct. Anywhere they want to go, like a trade school, community courses.
Yep, universities.
we help them with that through their 4-year journey.
So it covers their 4 years, depending on whatever scores they've gotten?
Yeah, so 70 and over, it's a pro-rated up to 90. 90 and above is a full ride.
Wow.
So, and when they're done that 4th year, they know exactly where they're headed, what they're good at, what they want to do. And
is there any financial obligation or them, or no? It's a full ride. If they
it's a full ride.
Like they give, it's not
like
a grant or whatever.
Yeah.
How do you guys fund all that?
Just with all the businesses over the year that Michael's been very successful with, we have worked, both of us, so hard for the last 40 years. We put every penny we make back into our foundation to do this, because that's our passion. It's our passion to provide, to help the less fortunate and educate. We just think that's going to be a key to everything to help these young souls.
Yeah, and if I can just attest to that, like Mike and Stacy are still working today in addition to the foundation and continue to give back to the foundation's work and to the WISE Scholarship Program, which is really incredible. And on the other end of that, we have really generous partners that really help us to amplify our impact and increase the work that we're able to do, including universities who say, hey, we're going to pitch in, or MasterCard in Africa, and they're going to fund the scholarship. So that allows us to give out more and help more individuals. So really incredible what the Steeles do, and we're really thankful for our partners that help us do more.
And the reason why someone like MasterCard or like a credit card company has stepped in is because they've seen our WISE program. They've seen that well-rounded global citizen, and they said, these are the type of students we want to give our donor money to. So they've seen that our program worked. They've seen the impact and the results. So once they've seen that, they were like, okay, we want to be a part of this. We want to help. And that just showed us right there the impact we're making with our WISE scholarship program.
Let me ask you a question. Is all the stuff you've done, is there any story that stands out to you, like an individual? And I'm not putting you on the spot. We didn't even talk about this.
That's okay. There's so many.
I know there's probably so many, but is there one that maybe one or two you can share with you? Just really touch it at a heart level. Not even just from a success point, but just like made you feel like, because this is why this is, there are a couple of reasons why this is important. One, you're put here on the planet, you have a reason and purpose, you use the best of what you have, and if you have the opportunity, why not leave this world a little bit better than what you came with? But on the same time, there's a massive reward to doing this kind of stuff, guys. There is a massive reward. Being a pastor, you don't make a lot of money. You do this, I do side stuff. I always say from Jersey, you got a side hustle. And it's mostly legal.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. It's all legal. I'm joking. No, but man, of some of the most impactful things I've had, it's not been tied to money. It's really been tied to a heart of another human being. And just seeing, like, being able to be a part of something. So what's a story or two maybe you have that you could share?
I just wanted to add to what you just said about side hustle, because no matter where you are in the world, which we're just in Africa, and even a lot of the young people use that terminology over there, and we're like, okay, well, what is your side hustle? You're like 12 years old, but they all have something. And being in, whether we're building schools or Africa, we're helping our partners, SOS Children's Village, who incredible, Save Our Souls. That's what SOS stands for. Incredible story behind what they do. But we were able to take 10 students from the school we're at there and ask them, if you could have a business, what would it be? And so the 10 students, we had them write it all down. And so we just went over it with them of what they wrote down, and it was simple things. If I had a sewing machine, I would make shoes for the community. I'd start my own business sewing clothes and shoes, because a lot of them don't have shoes, and so on. So that's the way it started, and then we looked into it, and we realized how much it was going to cost for each one of these 10 students to start their own business in Africa. We were in Ghana, and it was $1,000.
Wow.
That's it. So we fully funded all of it, and even a little extra, got them all started in their own business. And then we were sent videos of them and how far this $1,000 went for each one of them to start their own business and see the results from it.
Wow.
And we share that video at our influencer dinner
Yeah,
to show everybody.
Yeah.
And it was incredible impact just on their lives of, you know, doing something like that for them and then seeing the outcome and what they learned and how proud they felt and how much they're helping others. It was just heart.
How many of them
Felt.
would you say like made it?
All of
more
them.
than 1,000?
Like more than $1,000.
Yeah, like the investment, they outpaced what they were given.
Oh,
So-
100%. They're all outpaced. They're still up and running.
Wow.
You know, one's wanted to be an artist, so he just wanted paint, and but he sold all his art now. Like, he's still an artist, and he's selling his art online.
Yeah.
One wanted to be a photographer, so now we've set them up. They, I think they're in media, doing a job, but it just got them started and got them, you know, a career and stuff like that, because they were all around 18.
Okay.
One is two of them are actually definitely, they got their little shops on the side of the road with a sewing machine inside and tables, and they sew shoes and make dresses. Can whip it up just by looking at you.
Right. Yeah.
It's just incredible.
Yeah, and I think there's two things in this I just want to point out. Number one, you know, there's power in your voice and in your life with the reason why you're here. There's a power. If you don't say yes to doing this, then other people's lives aren't touched. Not to be overly dramatic, that's just the truth. Lives are changed by other people.
100%.
Even God doesn't just randomly show up. He's like, hey, follow me on TikTok. I got a big announcement. Who's going to be the winner this week? You know, I'm going to give away like it's Powerball. No, he just takes ordinary people, says, hey, I'm giving you life and talent. Now you need to do something with it. And I'll walk with you
100%.
along the way. But so one is understanding you have a voice and there's a starting point for you, getting off center. And then two, it's understanding that none of us got here without somebody else's investment.
100%. Yeah.
I didn't grow up in Africa. I'm from South Jersey, right? I'm from Philly area, you know, but I had a lot of people invest in me. And not only just money, but even people that believed in
Their
me, had a
time.
voice, their time, and you guys being here to share, it's making an investment in somebody else's. So this is why this is really critically important. It doesn't mean you need to sell everything and just go wander around no, it's using what you have. This is why I think it's success. This is my definition of success.
100%.
Being the best I can with what I have, with where I am, who I'm with, and I do the best with that today.
Yeah.
That's successful.
And I agree, 100%. And, you know, we're given so much in life, and as humans, we need to share it and help and give back. That's what Michael and I have always said, and what we think to this day is just to, you know, we're very fortunate here in North America, so we just want to help as many as we can.
So let's talk about this, because you aren't just helping people like overseas. And I have some friends. I have a couple friends. One of the guys, I'm not even going to shout him out, but he's like, bro, you always talk about going to Africa and Nicaragua and doing these business conferences and stuff. He's like, what about people here, man? We need help here. And I'm like, look, okay, first of all, biblically, it says go to all the world and make a difference. But be that as it may, you guys are doing the work here. I mean, you're from Canada, but you're also doing the work here.
Yes, we do.
In Canada and here in the U.S. and locally. And the event I was at, this was so cool. And this is, you know, where you guys literally gave out checks to a bunch of other programs and other, you know, people that are really doing incredible things. And they're all different.
They're
They're
all
all
very
completely different. But you're saying, hey, we're going to put some wind in your sails. We believe in you. We believe what you're doing, and we'll help you in whatever other way we can. But financially, you guys stroke checks, which means a lot. You know, I was impressed, not just because you're out, but I'm like, look at that. Like it's building into things. And it's like you're just spreading it out, and that impact. It's like these little ripples that are going. And so, tell me about locally, you know, or like say within the U.S. Tell me about some of the programs you've gotten behind.
Yeah, well, one of our partnerships here is Grace Sober Living.
Yes.
Getting individuals not only back on their feet, but supplying them with that education, so they can start having that normal life again. Getting, you know, feeling good about themselves, which will also help them get jobs, because that's one of the criteria that they have to have living at Grace Sober Living. But it's...
Can I jump in on that? Because, you know, so my own daughter, for those of you who don't know, so, you know, she went through Grace Sober Living and has struggled a lot with addiction. And I know some people watching this, maybe you're struggling with addiction too. Let me just tell you, it hits everybody. It doesn't matter where you're from. It can hit different people. It's never too late to go get help. It's never too late to reach out. It's never too late to try again. So I got to say that. If that's you, go try again. But I'm so grateful for Jimmy. And honoring Scott's life and what they've done to help so many people and your investment in there, because I didn't even know that before. But from a personal level, you know, we do what we can. You know, I always say it this way, like, we just always want to be careful how we treat people.
Exactly.
Because everybody, anything can happen to anybody, you know, number one. Number two, it's somebody's daughter or son, somebody's brother or sister. Like, they deserve some kind of respect. Now, I'm not going to enable somebody that's in an addiction situation, but at the same time, I want to try to have an understanding that while it's not me, I'm going to understand it all, that I still want to love, care where I can. And you guys, thank you personally from that, because I'm telling you, that's made a big difference in her life. And I don't want to cry, but it's made a big difference in her life, and she's turned a lot of things around. I'm super proud of her. So let's move on to another thing locally before I break down and we have to take a break.
Well, that's great to hear. She came through
She's
very
doing better.
That's so nice. That's such a great partnership that we have with Jimmy and Nancy Walker, and they've done incredible. Seeing the results the individuals that come out of their program, it's just incredible. Boys and Girls Club of Greater Scottsdale. So that's a partner of ours, and we work very closely with them. We have quite a few kids in our program that are in Keystone, and just incredible kids.
What's Keystone?
Keystone is one of their, it's their back to school program in the evenings.
Gotcha, okay.
Yes, and it's an incredible program. They do a really good job. It's, again, Boys and Girls Club has been around for decades.
What does that mean? I've been here 50 plus.
70, it's 70 plus years.
Yeah.
So, because we were at their anniversary about a year ago, but they just do an incredible job how to help children of all ages. But then when they seen our WISE program, they were like, yeah, we realize, because it's always like, what's after that grade 12? What are these kids doing to, you know, further their education, and to just, what's that next step? They don't know. Yeah. So this is where our WISE program really steps in and fills that void of getting them, you know, thinking that they can go to university or college or trade. It's the dreams out there, because we always tell them, dream big.
Yeah,
that's good.
We constantly say that. But some of these kids that are from maybe difficult home lives, they don't dream big until they actually, you sit down with them and say, what do you think you can do? What do you want to do?
Yeah, that's so good. I mean, think about it this way. For if you're watching, you're like, well, why wouldn't they know? Look, you're all limited to what I'm exposed to.
Right.
How am I going to be something I've never seen?
Exactly.
You know, so even with the Heritage Builders thing I'm building, you know, part of it is exposing younger, older entrepreneurs or people exiting, like, hey, I'm coming out of my company, I'm 60-something, and now I'm trying to figure out, like, what's next? Or even 20-something-year-olds in Scottsdale, like, living it up, crushing it. But they're like, man, how do I build this? Because I don't really have a model. I don't know somebody else. And maybe they give some things here or there, but it's like, part of my mission is taking that, like, hey, with the same tenacity you're building your marketing programs and your businesses and all the other cool stuff that you're building in your family, and you got some money and you're healthy, you know, that's great. But I want to build your print now, to add this to that's part of your print. But this is, let's start building and exploring a little bit what you're supposed to leave behind, or what you're supposed to build into. And maybe, what if I told you could build something that will outlive your life? You could actually build something that would impact this world that will outlive you. It is 100% possible for anyone.
It is.
And so that's what Heritage Builders, that's what I do. So and that's what you guys are doing. Because the truth is, we're here for a time. When you're gone, when we're gone, whenever God calls that to be, it will still
be sustainable.
It'll still be sustainable. So that's really neat. Now, I remember the other night, that night too, they had a guy, all right, was on there. Matthew McConaughey and his group was one of the group you guys honored. Tell me about that.
That's one of our other partnerships, Just Keep Living Foundation. Also incredible back to school program in the evenings. So the kids can go there twice per week, roughly 3 to... or 3:30, I guess I should say.
5:30.
To 5:30 in the evenings. But it's all about health and wellness, eating healthy, staying active, giving back. They volunteer a lot. Many other things. They learn life skills. It's an incredible program where it teaches them so much to be that well-rounded global citizen. So,
have you had a chance to meet Matthew? Have you
yes,
guys ever? Yeah.
Yes.
How was he? Was he cool?
Matthew's incredible. Both him and his wife Camilla. They're very humble, genuine. And they just want the best for all their Just Keep Living kids. You can see that. Huge hearts, incredible family. They have 3 kids of their own. Yeah. But also all about giving back and helping to make sure that Just Keep Living students have the best that they need.
That's good.
Yeah.
You know, some people could be watching this, and then Ryan, I'll let you jump in. You look at
Yeah.
So. But you know, people could be watching this and saying, "Hey, you know what? Man, this is really cool. But what do I do? I don't know where I jump in." So two words of advice. One, get yourself around people that are doing what you do. So find something that is going on
100%.
and just jump in and help there. 2, you know, what is it that you feel bothered by? What is it that bothers you? What is it? Maybe you're like, man, I wish somebody would do something about that. You know, like this thought that there's a reason why you're seeing it. You know, there's a reason why that's bothering you. Now, I'm not meant to solve everybody's problems, but I'm meant to solve somebody's problem or help, right? I'm meant to help everybody. I'm meant to help somebody or do something. So that's kind of it. But you need to get my course when the Prince course come out, because that'll help you kind of maybe help you get a roadmap on discovering what's meant for you. But Ryan, go ahead. You were going to say something.
Yeah, right. Kind of along that lines, we partner with programs that already have the students. So the Boys and Girls Club or the Just Keep Living Foundation, both of those are after-school programs that act as that kind of third place for these kids. They go home, they go to school, and then they need that third place where they can build community. And a lot of them are those kind of under-resourced students. And so we go there because we know that those kids need education past their high school experience. And so the need is there. The kids are already there, and it's an opportunity for us to give back through those incredible programs that are already doing so much good.
100%.
Yeah. I am going to jump backwards a little bit. What does the acronym WISE stand for again?
Yeah, WISE is World Impact Scholarships and Education.
Okay.
So, yeah, all-around education and scholarship program that aims to make an impact globally.
That's cool. Okay, so we have several local ones. Was there anybody else on the list? You've also helped with Alice. You've done some stuff with them in the past.
Alice and Cheryl Cooper, again, incredible back to school, or not back
After school.
After
Yeah.
It's back to school time right now. Yeah.
School of Rock. Incredible program after school. They do, from Cheryl's teaching dance to theater to Alice's whole studios that he has set up. Incredible for these kids to learn from start to finish about production of music and which is his life. But again, it's about just supporting these kids on what their dream is.
Yeah.
And we were at their last grand opening of one of their other locations in Goodyear.
Okay, yeah.
Just about a month ago.
Yep.
And just incredible spot up there also.
Yeah.
And they're quite, we were quite proud to be there and enjoy it with them. But
yeah, those are this incredible couple. A lot of people, you see like the stage part of it, but you realize, especially if Al shows up and he's dressed like this with a golf hat on, it looks like completely, are we talking to the same person? And Cheryl, oh my gosh, what a great heart.
she is.
That caring for people, and a great family. A lot of their families involved.
Their families all involved.
Their son-in-law, Diego, he's a miracle.
Yeah.
Sort of the kidney thing. I remember being at the hospital, praying, just hoping that something,
Yes.
and then it came in, and just what an incredible family. And being there, I've been on tour there, again, they found their niche. They have a platform. They have a calling. They have a shape. They have a sense of like, hey, we could do something about this. And it's something they already love. We're not talking about going out and just trying to invent some random thing to do good. No, we're saying here's the point. It's already inside of you.
It is.
I would make the argument that when you got here, you're already programmed with a lot of great stuff. And it's kind of like a seed. We live out here. So I live on a golf course. I love the saguaro cactus. Like growing up in Jersey, nothing like that. A little different. But man, the saguaro cactus. But New Jersey is known as the Garden State because actually you can grow a lot there. The soil is really good. What you can't do is take a cactus from here and put it in New Jersey and expect it to grow. Nothing wrong with the cactus and nothing really wrong with New Jersey. It's just not the right environment, right? So a seed needs a couple things. It needs a season, right? And it needs the right season, and it needs the right environment. Like there's some stuff inside of us that is dormant for a lot of reasons until you get to the right time when it's supposed to happen. And then all of a sudden you're like, man, that's been there the whole time. So I encourage people to like, don't be down on yourself or think, oh, I can't be like them. Number one, you're not supposed to be like them. I love what Stacy, what you're doing, and Ryan, I mean, it's great, but I'm not meant to be you. You're not meant to be me. And we're running our race. So the sooner I could get to the point of being, okay, I need to be open. I want to be believing, hey, there is something I'm called to do. Find some people to get around that can kind of help nurture it. And then when the season comes, be willing to make the investment in really small levels and just be consistent. Because clearly you didn't have all these programs in all these different countries, and all these, it didn't happen in a week.
No, it did not.
How many years has the foundation been going?
It'll be 20 years, 2027.
20 years. That's incredible, though. That's a lot in 20 years, Stacy.
It is.
So
yes.
let me ask you this question for people that are running foundation or doing this stuff. Tell me about, has there ever been like hard moments through things where you went to an initiative, you're like, oh, that didn't work out. It was just any discouraging moments where you just kind of had to.
There's always been small ones, but we're not, I have to say, Michael and I are not the type of individuals who let stuff like that bring us down or stop us. We're both like, how do we fix it? How do we make it better? How do we get through this? We're pretty both fast of let's just move on.
Gotcha.
and get it all fixed and make sure it works.
Right.
No matter what the situation is.
Yeah.
Especially knowing that if we have students waiting for it, like our school, because things were getting held up, maybe, when you're building, there's always something. But, we just kept at it. That was a challenge when you're building something, especially in, from here to India. There's a lot of things that come up. So it does get a little like, oh, okay, what do we do now? But you pivot. You pivot fast. That's what we're here to do.
That's good.
We've done it our whole lives, no matter what we've put our fingers in, like from businesses to our foundation. So we can pretty much pivot.
That's good.
And make it work.
And it's powerful, and this is something for all of us because everybody's going to have a hard time, and we are a sum of our attitudes and habits and decisions. Attitude matters, mindset matters.
It does,
and that's free. The mindset shift and being intentional it costs something, but it doesn't cost dollars. It costs really focus and intention. And I know there's been times where I've gone up and down, even with stuff with moving here, and as I mentioned. My daughter, it's just a really hard journey, but it is a fight that you're able to win, and anybody can do this. Anybody can do this, and again, I don't know where the ceiling is for you, but I've found in my experience that more people live at a lower level than live at a higher level, and super talented, super engaging, but just for some reason, because of their past, or intimidation, or insecurities. Don't ever really fulfill it. And I know I'm on a campaign. Like I want people to thrive. I don't want you just to kind of like barely survive. I don't want you to just tread in water. Like I want people to thrive, at different seasons of their life. And when you get to the end, be like, okay, I wasn't 50% of what I could have been.
No.
Maybe not. Maybe I don't hit 100, but I'm going to be really close. That's where I want to be. And I want other people to live that too, because it's worth it. Like the greatest thing we have is life.
It is.
And not to overstate it, but I mean, I mentioned Mayo Clinic earlier, and like there's people begging God for like another day or another week or like things that we have. And so be encouraged today. If you have life and you're able to watch this, then guess what? There's a reason for you being here. There's a purpose for it. So I want to wrap things up here. A couple things. What's next for WISE? What's next on the agenda? There's
many things. We got a lot of different partnerships that have come to us because they've seen our WISE program and they want to roll it out. So that's all in the works. We don't want to say any names, but they're very key, influential, not only names, but people with what they do in philanthropy, by giving back and helping the less fortunate. And they already know that's what we're all about. They're also our friends. So they have foundations where we're actually working with them on exactly the same initiatives. So having that in our, like, this year's pretty busy.
It's packed.
It's packed. Those, like, this year I think is already full until we're already talking 2027,
Right.
2026,
Wow.
2027. So we're just moving along as fast as we can at our fastest pace as we can, right, Ryan?
Right, humanly possible.
I know he's looking at me like, oh boy. Anything you want to add?
Yeah, we're really in a period of great growth, and we're really excited about the growth and the opportunity that we have to expand our vision and our purpose and our impact and help more wise participants and students gain an education. And that's really what we're doing every day.
Yeah, that's really great. So let me ask you a question. If you could go back to your younger self, Stacy, you could go back to like 20-year-old Stacy, what would you say to her?
What would I say to myself? I'll let Ryan go first with that question. I'm going to think about
I
it.
didn't give you that prep. They were off the boat. What would you say?
What a great question.
It is a great
We
question.
went to a heavy revy.
I know.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
One of my favorite mantra scriptures is trust in the Lord, right? With all thine heart, lean on to thine own other understandings. And I might tell myself, slow down. Trust that things are going to work out for your good. And that you do have a purpose. And as you slow down, you're going to find that purpose.
That's good.
Yeah, because sometimes when you move so fast, you can miss those little things, the opportunities to do the most good.
Yeah, I'm going to piggyback and give you a little time here.
Yeah,
You know,
go
I
ahead.
posted something yesterday about the idea of pace.
Yeah,
You know, pace is more important than speed
right.
because I want to be in it for the long haul, right? And so I was saying I learned this from I didn't even remember where I learned it, but they were like, hey, 1/3 of your life is like grinding. Like 1/3 like, we're going to grind. Like, it's just really intense work. 1/3 of life is just staying steady and consistent. What I know, like, I just need to show up and be steady. And then 1/3, I got to rest. I got to create. I got to step back where I have enough time to not just refuel, refocus, and refine, right? My vision and all that stuff. Like, to me, it was a really good thought about pace.
Yeah.
So I hear what you're saying, and I love that scripture. It's one of my favorite scriptures. I sign that scripture on a lot of people's cards, like graduation cards and certain things. Because
That's
it is.
nice.
It's like, you know, whatever we go through, there's going to be hard times. And the Bible says that. Like, hey, there's going to be trials and tribulations. That's everybody. There isn't any of the greatest people we look at in the Bible historically. They all went through hell on some level. But they made it through. And in spite of it, did some incredible things. And so the idea is that, you know, I love where Jesus said, call his name Emmanuel, meaning God with us. That the idea is that he's like, I need you to know I'm with you. I'm not like sitting way up here. Look, no, I'm with you. And Jesus left said, hey, leaving the Holy Spirit as a comforter. So, you know, it's the idea that we have comfort that's accessible to us. It's just one prayer away. Yeah. It's not about how good we are. It's really about how much God loves us. And it's more about how great he is, not about us. And it's to help us guide us through this life. It was never meant, just like we're not meant to live in silos alone, we're also not meant to live apart from our Creator. I say it this way, and then we're going to stop the sermon series for a second. My little sermon TED Talk. Thank you for coming. But the idea that you can't be. I don't believe any creation could be its highest form without being connected to its Creator. Like, we could play around with this microphone, try to make it better, but I didn't create it. I don't know anything really about it. I might know some things about it, but I don't intimately know everything. Same thing with God. Like, if I have a connection, not about what church you go to, but have a connection with God, that's the highest form of the creation, is that I have a connection with the Lord in all that I do. So, amen. We're going to take an offering now. No, I'm just kidding. Thank you for coming today. No, Stacy, so what would you say to the 20-year-old Stacy?
You know, I've always had this great outlook on life, no matter what age I've been, that drive in me to just do better. So back then, I guess I would tell myself just to keep that. And I still have it in me no matter what, because my team knows it. And I love that Ryan just said slow down, because I think sometimes I do need to slow down and just take that breath and stop and enjoy everything. But I'm a pretty, like, when I wake up and put my feet up, I am just the happiest person to loving life and loving what I do. And the more I can do that, and I guess my 20-year-old self, like, just to tell myself, it's all going to work out. And keep at it and keep doing it, and having that broad picture. And I'm thankful for my father who put that in me all the time, my whole life. He was constantly like, yeah, you can do it. You're going to be good at it. So I just been like that my whole life. And if I don't know something, I learn it. I educate myself. So even back then, sometimes you do have those doubts, like you mentioned earlier, when you're younger, thinking, oh my God, this is so hard. But telling your younger self you can do it, which everyone has it in them.
And look at the irony. You build a platform that's doing that, and it's doing it for thousands of other people right now. So that's really cool. I want to thank you for being here today.
Yeah, well, thank you for having us.
You guys are super busy. Why don't you tell everybody, where can we find you?
Yeah, wisescholarship.org. That is the place to go.
Okay.
And our contact information's on there. And we're always interested in meeting other incredible people who do wonderful work.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. So thank you guys both for what you do, and continue blessings, continue favor on all that you're doing. You know, the world's a better place.
Yeah, thank you.
Because you've said yes to doing what you're doing. So thank you. Well, that's it for today. Thank you for stopping in. I look forward to seeing you on the next episode.